Hello and welcome back to the Cap Attack, boys and girls. It is time for stage 5-1. Ooh, something feels a bit off here with the color. It looks a bit saturated to me. I don't know why. I don't think it had anything to do. I haven't even edited these yet. Oh wait, I did edit these, didn't I? Fuck, I did the original edit, but it should be okay. Okay, so ignoring that, welcome to stage 5-1. If anyone's wondering, I believe there's... I can't remember if there's 6 or 7 zones in the game. We'll say 6 for now, but I could be wrong on that. No, let's say really for the time being. Obviously we've got a... I think it's meant to be more like a western-styled level. Obviously it looks very desert-esque, so... Oh, we got head back. Yay. And we have our token for the eventual end of stage 6, or sorry, zone 5 I should say. Careful here. Again, there's some dangerous enemies around. We should be okay for the time being, able to do that to make our life a little bit easier. It'd be nice to get back to full health, like 4 hearts, because I don't know if we've had that yet. Like I said though, as the further we go along here guys, the less and less we're going to get in terms of pickups. Head up top, and yeah, we're nearly at full 8 hits. I don't know if 8 is the max. I actually think there's a 5th one somewhere, a 5th heart, but I couldn't actually tell you where it is. Alright, we got our second auto-scroller here. Pretty much the same as the first. Just trying to avoid getting hit by the enemy. He does attack this one though, unlike the previous one, so bear that in mind for future. Try not to get too close to him. Try and stay far enough ahead that his attack will never hit you, and you should be okay. Also, top path seems to be the safe path here, so keep that in mind as well. And Ghost, unfortunately that was a bit of a cock block really, considering the amount of time I put into getting that. Didn't really have time to get that, sadly. Thankfully we can get further back, but we will, I think, probably die if we go behind him at any point. I don't bet money on that though, I can actually say for you, sure. Though we are kind of biting death by the dick a little bit there. And God bless the flutter jump, because it makes things so much easier to deal with. Took a hit there, it's okay. Here's the thing though, I mean, even with the fact that this thing can attack you, I actually think the first one is more difficult, just because of that whole section at the end of it. I think it was stage 3-1 if I recall. This one, it goes a bit faster, but, you know, as long as you're still on your fucking... as long as you're careful with what you're doing, then you'll be fine. Anyway, stage 5-3, I believe this is the one with what I consider to be the hardest boss fight in the game, probably apart from like the last boss. Which makes sense, obviously it is like one of the last bosses in the game, and yet without head, these guys are a fucking pain in the ass. Speaking of head... And I thought that was a platform, that's why I was a bit surprised. And I very nearly lost head there, but thankfully I was able to get the return shot with head, so yay. Couple potions, always good. I would say this boss would not be a bad idea to use the potion that basically is like an attack against the boss. The problem is the boss only appears at certain points, so you're gonna have to be really careful with it, because it's not an instant attack with the potion either. You'll see what it does later, I believe, in the last boss fight, in the final part. Which, just in case anybody's wondering, this Let's Play is 7 parts long. So we're not too far off the end now, so just bear that in mind. I don't think we got anything there, and sadly the fucking catfish things are a pain in the ass. Yeah, I know I can't really deal with that, so I'm just gonna take the bottom path here, apparently. Sadly, nothing good, just the ghost. Very careful here, because the platforms, as you can see, do fall. Only have a moment before we can really do anything. There's our pickup, by the way. Thankfully, it's not anywhere... I think it's like meant to be like a microscope, but I'm not sure. It's a bit hard to tell, but yeah, thankfully we don't have to really go out of our way for that one. That is on the way there. As long as you're breaking out and putting over the statues, you should be able to pick that one up without any issues whatsoever, so... Alright, speaking of which, we got a boss fight and we can only take 3 hits, which is a pain in the ass. So basically the boss fight here is a mole. Now the mole himself is not a massive issue, it's the rocks he throws. And to be fair, his first stage here is not even that difficult with it, where he's still doing basic attacks. Also, because I had invincibility frames, I decided to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, the rocks do follow you a little bit, so you want to get out of dodge before they get too close. At this point, I'm basically just having to hit him once here and there where I can. As I said, this is probably the one time you really want head. Like, if there's ever a time in your life where you wanted head, this is it right here. This one boss fight is one of the trickier ones, like I said, apart from the final one, which is a pain in the ass. This is just with me not being particularly good at this type of boss fight, to be fair. Wait, needs fast reflexes and shit. Really, because of those fucking rocks. But patience is key, like I said, unless you've got a fully powered thing. Also, I don't think I've pointed this out yet, most of the potions don't work on boss fights. Like, the invincibility, enemies don't move for 10 seconds and all that, yeah, those don't work on boss fights, I should point it out. That's why I haven't used them in boss fights. Like I said, the yellow one does do like a range attack against boss fights, but it's also hard to come by. But yeah, that's why I'm not using them, is because they don't work here. As you can see, he now goes a nice subtle shade of pink, which is annoying, because he now moves a hell of a lot faster, and you've got less time to attack him as well, which is a pain in the ass. So I got hit there. I just can't get that whole timing thing down. I assume I do this though. I know I obviously get past. I just don't know if I edited all the deaths out or not. Don't rely on the duck, by the way. Now let's see here, guys. If you have head, you'll probably have a much easier time. With me though, I don't have him in. Thankfully though, we did manage to beat the boss. Awesome. We can move on with our lives. Anyway, stage 5-3 is done. That is one of the harder fights in the game. Don't take it lightly. And make sure you go, I would say make sure you're going with at least 2 hearts, if not more. Otherwise you're going to have a miserable time with it. So if you can go in with full health and head and all that, you're even better. Also, even if you've got like the timing down packed, I would actually suggest using 1 or 2 of the yellow potions as well, because they will actually do big damage against bosses. So what we getting this time? Alright, both potions and an extra life, which is nice. And now we can connect the heart to the chest boon. Yeah, it might actually be 7 zones because there's 7 pieces of the skeleton. Yeah, okay, there is 7 because the frozen one is not the final stage, I remember. Anyway, welcome to Frozen Land. I didn't actually see the actual name of it. Now we have skateboarding penguins, or snowboarding penguins actually I should say. Yes, there are ice physics here. Yes, they are annoying. Not really a whole lot you can do about it, I'm afraid. Thankfully we do have head back already, which is nice. I believe there's actually a bunch more. Yep, some new enemies here. We got these... I don't even know what... Are they toads or frogs or something with giant hammers? I'm not sure. They're not actually that dangerous, to be fair. I think 1 hit kills them, so... take care of the Cheshire catfish. There's going to be some swimming, I guess, in this stage. Obviously, it would be nice. It would make a certain degree of sense. Also, boys and girls, I noticed we've got 30 seconds left. I'm gonna guess we're ending this part off on a death, sadly. But we'll see. Alright, that was close. Unfortunately, fucking Garfield the catfish here is back again. And we lost Head, which is a shame. Yeah, with the time left, we're definitely dying here. Hey guys, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next part where we'll attempt this level again. Until then, boys and girls, sayonara.